Hello, it's B. If you can hear me, we can thank Terry Lynn Lavoy for that. She sent me a gift card for my birthday, and I utilized it on some things for my channel. So for this one, I purchased the wireless mics, and I got in trouble for doing so. My husband's like, "We have $500 Rode." I don't know how to use them, so I bought simple plug and play ones. They need no app, nothing. You just sync them together when you turn them on, and you plug it into the port at the bottom of your iPhone and roll with it. I don't know how to use the Rode ones. So these were $8.99. I'm not paid promotion. This is a gift from Terry Lynn Lavoy. That's all there is to it. Um, so yeah, I hope you can hear me. I tested them in the house briefly, and it appeared to work. I walked away from the phone and went to the back house and came back, and I could hear myself all the way through. So this morning, I already made a couple errands, and I ordered another thing too with the same gift card. I ordered what is it called? I don't know what it's technically called. It's a loop that goes around your neck, and then it has the magnet on it to magnetize your phone to it. So it's like a hands-free neck loop to hold your phone to record. And the reason I got that is because I want to try something. I'm going to go there today, and I'm not going to record. But I have a store here locally that is an Amazon return store. And it used to be better, honestly. I'm not going to lie. So I think it's Thursday. Don't don't quote me. When I do the video, I'll make sure I get the right days and all that stuff. But let's just say it's on Thursday. They start with everything in the building. A box of whatever it is $10. Anything that you pick up is $10. And then the next day, everything is $8. And then the next day is $6. So anyway, I don't know where I'm at, but today is Monday, and everything is $2. So what happens is when you go on the first day, there will be things like vacuum cleaners and car stuff, like the packages you would buy off Amazon. And people open them. They're usually in a brown box, and people open them. And then throughout the week, if it's all in the box, it's still whatever price it is. So even if it's like today's Monday, $2 Monday, it used to be $2 Tuesday. They moved the dates around. But when you would go in, if there was still, like, say, a box of 10 shelves, wall shelves or something, they would still be $2 if they're all in the box. But what happens over time is that people open the box over and over and over and take one out, set it down. It keeps going. So then it gets to where, like, there may be 3 shelves in the box. And if you can find the rest and put them in, you still get them for $2. But one shelf would be $2 if it's out of the box and you cannot put it together and make an entire package of it. So they used to have 50-cent day, and I loved 50-cent day, because then it would be that shelf for 50 cents, just one. If you found the box, you still got it for 50 cents. But anyway, what happened was is that things would be parts and pieces at that point on 50-cent day. But if you knew what you were looking for, you could find a piece of something for 50 cents. And then, so, like, they had boxes of the air fryer. What are they called? Like the parchment papers that go in the bottom of the air fryer. And they would have like a bunch of packages in there with them in there, like, say, a quantity of 100 in each package. People would take them out over time, but you could still get that 100 package of them for 50 cents, but I knew what they would go to. Or it was a hunting game, basically, and a puzzle to, like, what does this go to? What can I use this for? And my husband does a lot of fabricating and stuff, so I would find like bicycle chains and different things for a whole box of, like, metal parts that you weren't sure exactly what you were repairing with it or what it would go to. and you would get that for 50 cents. And then he welds stuff together and makes some creature for the yard or something. So it's just, it was fun. It was fun. It's like new stuff, better than a yard sale. It's just fun. Like, I got a whole box of, the glass containers that everybody's switching to for their leftovers, that meal prepping type containers, but the glass ones with the snap-on lids, that they click on each side. I got a whole box of those. I think there was like 6 or 8 in the box, and I got that for $2 on $2 day because somebody didn't want to open the box. So it can be anything. They have air mattresses, they have vacuum cleaners, they have dishes, anything you'd buy off of Amazon, you will find in there. But that's what I want to. I want to be able to record in there hands free. So I got that piece for that. I have this car mount that you're watching on right now that it hooks underneath my rear view mirror, and I have to move it to where it has to stay where it's at, because if it's unscrewed, if you will, it will spin around in circles, and that's not good. And like without wanting to, but I want one that I can move around to show you, like when I wanted to show you to the traffic to the right the other day. It's permanently mounted where it's at for the time being, so I couldn't like show you to the sides if I wanted to without having to use both hands to move it around. So I would like to find one that I could move manually and put it back in the fixed position when I'm done with it. But I don't know. That's on my list of things to look for the rest of it. And then that would be the use of my gift card. So I have the wireless mics. Came with 2 with 1 base, and dead cats and the regular mic covers. And then the neck thing should be here Wednesday. And I have an unboxing to do, so I'm going to test it on that before I take it out in public. Just like I did the wireless mics before I left the house. I had to test it. Right now I'm going to do an actual Amazon return and go to Whole Foods because that's where it's at, and have some things to pick up. So that's where I'm heading now. And then when I get through with that, I'm going to stop by the Super Deals and see what they have on the $2 today. So I'm passing, I wish I could show you to the left. I'm sorry. Holloman. Anyone who watches the Real Housewives of Dallas, there's Holloman. I can't, why, it escaped me. But they have a logistics company, and she had some kind of charity and business herself. They were to the left of me. I just passed those. And they're not in Dallas. They're in Las Colinas, which is another thing. Anyway, so I'm running through here, and then Super Deals, and then I think I'll be home for the day. I think that's it. But I wanted to test out the mics as far as like driving with them and see how they worked, because they really did, like, it. Most people know I have a fish aquarium in my house, and I was able to walk around and by the fish aquarium, and you could not hear the bubbling of the water that you would normally hear with me just sitting talking on the phone or recording in that room when I had the mic on. So it sounded really good in the house. So now this is the big test of it being out in public on the road with the car going. And that's all I have for today, but I haven't seen anything new. I seen where Roadhog lost his channel, or let's see, what is it? The Asylum podcast lost their channel. But they're already back again on a different one, so that didn't last very long. Haven't seen much, like, it's been pretty quiet, if you will, for a day. For a day. It's not always quiet, but it was quiet for a day. And let's see, what is there anything else that's happened? Can't think of anything. Channel down. Rebus is talking about it. I'm sure. That's another thing with Rebus. I don't even know what happened there. I just don't. Let me get this line here. I don't know why it went the way it went. I don't know what made that situation turn like that. I think he thought that I had made friends or got in with their group or something. I don't really know. And that's not it. But I do appreciate that he took the picture down when I said please take that picture down, and he did. And I appreciate that more than anything I can say, because regardless of who it is, and it's hard to fight that battle, because even though the picture did come down, the person the picture belonged to still had issues after the fact, or did things that were kind of hypocritical, of asking for their child to come down when they did other things. But anyway, don't talk about people's kids. Just don't. I don't care who you are. I don't care. And I do believe that Rebus thought that the child was older than the child is, because of the confusion of her older child's age versus his child's age. So I think there was some misunderstanding there. Like, it wasn't a, I don't care type of situation. But that's taken care of, and I think he understands the age and the. Anyway, I appreciate it, Rebus. I really do. And I don't know. I'm not, I don't have any loyalty to him or to them or to anybody. It doesn't matter. But I do think there was a big misunderstanding there. And I do think that if people have. Oh, that's another one. Like, so they had a lot of questions, and I get it, because I was kind of I was pretty concise, but all over the place at the same time about my content on the drama video I did recently with the group chat and stuff. And so I get that there might be questions to it. I did have issues with, that's what I replied. Like, if you're going to share it, let's, make sure it's right, because we don't need any more miscommunication or drama or anything. That we have enough with it is the way it is. So I did reply to the share when she shared my video. That would be Hogette's. So I replied to that, and then I also was told she was live with my videos, so I went and watched, because I think that's the responsible thing to do, not just fly off the handle about something. But it was getting really confusing, and she didn't understand, and like literally said, like, I don't understand this part and I don't understand that part. And so I just basically tried to make it clearer, like what was actually happening, or what I was saying, or what was going on. So that's not me, like, I'm not fighting with anybody. I'm just not. So that's not me doing anything to make friends with somebody or whatever. Because I think it gets blown out of proportion when you're kind, or anyway. So I might pick up after this. I might not. I'm not sure. So if this is the end, then thank you for riding with me, and I hope this mic worked fine, and we'll be testing it. So thank you. Bye-bye.